Hey YouTube, Revolution 2024 here, and today I'm going to be using this resource. Let me get up close and you can see what it is. If you recognize that emblem, good job for you. Give yourself a pat on the back, because that is the emblem from Obama's website, which is where I got this. In short, I hold in my hand Obama's healthcare reform plan. I am sick of hearing about this misinformation that the Republicans are spreading, these lies, in order to keep people in fear of the change that Obama's trying to bring with this. While I don't agree with all of it, I would like to clear up that, first off, Obama doesn't want to off your fucking grandma. Obama does not have a death panel to decide whether or not to pull the plug on Granny. This is a piece of information that has been twisted to such a degree that it's unrecognizable. In this legislation, you have the option of, let's call it near-death consultation. If you are at a high risk of buying the farm, or you're an elderly person who knows that you don't have much time left, you have the option to consult a physician on certain medical issues or things that you're going to have to clear up, such as living wills and hospice is mentioned, and a couple other things. But it's basically to get things in line before you really do say goodbye for the last time. So now that we've cleared that up, let's talk about abortion and how government tax dollars are not going to fund abortion. As much as I, being a pro-choice individual, would like to see government-funded abortions, as they are a medical issue, and I think the government should help out with this, they are not in here. There is a separate foundation or budget or something, has nothing to do with the government, where they will help you if you are in need of an abortion. I would like to see government-funded abortions added, but they're not in here. Obama will get rid of private insurance. There is actually a line in here that says, I've underlined it, I will point it out when I get to it, that you have the option to choose, or the option to keep your insurance that you currently have if you're happy with it. You are not forced into government health care. It is for people that cannot afford health insurance or are having trouble with what they have now, or they would just like something different. They're not getting rid of private health care, as much as I would like to see that too. I would actually support socialized medicine, but I'm good with this for now. The government will ration health care. This is already being done, you fucking jackasses! How many people are denied health insurance because of pre-existing conditions, or denied surgeries because they just don't fit the right qualifications, or they don't have enough money? Money makes the world go around, and the insurance companies thrive on it. The government is not going to ration healthcare. There's nothing in here that talks about rationing healthcare. It is providing more healthcare. It is providing everybody the opportunity to get healthcare. Not just the wealthiest that can put all their money behind the Republicans to feed their fear-mongering. Let me go through this real quick and briefly explain some of the points in it. My notes, as you can see, there are three main points of it. Invest in electronic health information technology systems. In layman's terms, Obama would like to completely get rid of paper forms when you go to the doctor, like medical forms. He would like them all to be put electronically on computers. This will save money and time and the environment. If you want to be an environmentalist about it, it'll save a shitload of trees. Imagine how much easier it'd be to go to the doctor and go and have them type in your name and bring up all your information, rather than having them turn around, go back to another room full of file cabinets of you and everybody else in the fucking town, dig around until they find your file, rather than just typing in a name. It would be so much easier. Obama explains how they're going to spend $10 billion over the next 5 years, $10 billion a year over the next 5 years, so $50 billion. And in return, it will save $77 billion a year. That's a shitload of money, and I'm all for that. I definitely support electronic forms. What's the next one? Ensuring that patients receive and providers deliver the best possible care. There are a lot of people that have fear that socialized medicine will not offer incentives to the doctors to do quality work, and you will end up with shitty-ass service. There is actually legislation in here for incentives to doctors or medical facilities that provide more of a quality of health or of care rather than quality, because that's all that people seem to care about right now is quantity. You need to care more about quality. Quality is much better than quantity, and it is rewarded in Obama's health care plan. Quality is rewarded regardless of money. Reforming our market structure to increase competition. Basically, there is no competition. The insurance companies have, let me find it in here. I think it's like 2 out of 3, or 2/3 of the, yeah, 2 companies dominate a full third of the national market. That's a lot. That's a lot. Let's just say that. That's a lot. That's a lot. There shouldn't be that big of a gap. There's not as much competition if more people own or less people own a larger margin. Just like oil companies. Oh my god. Now I'm going to get on a bush rant. I need to stop. The pharmaceutical companies, as it says in here, there's a really good thing in here about buying generic drugs from different countries because they're cheaper, because right now in the United States, the drug companies are charging us a 67% premium in order to buy the drugs, to buy the medication that we need. In Obama's plan, you will be allowed to go out of the country or buy medication out of the country if it is cheaper and safe. There's also a monopoly on certain generic drugs. I don't know what they are off the top of my head, but certain name brand companies have actually paid the generic companies to not make certain drugs in order to make a profit. This is not competition, and if you want to talk about capitalism and the whole free market, it's not that either. There's a severe problem with that. Let's see what we have here. Oh, right here. Let me get this real close, because I have a star next to it. Let me get it up here. It says, Americans will be able to maintain, I'm reading this backwards, so bear with me, their current coverage. Americans will be able to maintain their current coverage. They're not getting rid of private insurance, you fucking imbeciles. Everyone is eligible in this, right here, guaranteed eligibility, regardless of pre-existing conditions. A lot of insurance companies will turn you down now if you have a pre-existing condition that would make you a higher risk. Not under Obama's health care plan. Everybody is eligible, everybody is accepted, everybody will have insurance. It guarantees that all children will have insurance. All children must have insurance in this. And for children attending, or for young adults, it allows you to stay on your parents' coverage up until you're 25. It sounds like a pretty good deal, because being 20, I would still have 5 more years left, but right now I'm pretty much fucked. Portability and choice, it says in here, a lot of people lose their insurance when they switch jobs. Not in this. Your insurance will actually follow you, not your job. Quality and efficiency. Again, being rewarded for quality. Small business will actually receive tax cuts for paying for, or for providing this health care for their employees. I believe it says in here up to a 50% of what they pay, and they will be rewarded with certain tax credits and such funding from the government. Let's see. large employers, not small business, but big businesses that choose not to provide health care coverage for their employees are required to spend a certain amount of money towards the government option so that their employees can get it. There, everyone is still getting health care. Here we are, all the children that I was talking about. There are plans in here to make the schools serve better food. There is a large portion of it that is actually America becoming a more healthy nation. That's about all for this, and all I have for this right now. So hopefully I cleared up all these things, and everyone now knows that Obama is going to off your fucking grandma. Peace.